If someone asked you, what did Jesus care about most? Would you say going to church, obeying every rule, having it all together? When you look at what Jesus actually said and did, it's clear. He flipped the script. Today, I want to show you three things Jesus actually cared about, and they might just realign your faith with the heart of Jesus. Let's dive in. Number one, people over performance. Let me start with a short story. A friend of mine once confessed that she stopped going to church for a while, not because she didn't love God, but because she always felt like she wasn't doing enough. Every sermon felt like a reminder of her failure. Every single conversation made her feel like she was falling short. And I get it. Somewhere along the way, we made faith more about doing than being. But Jesus, he didn't operate that way. In Luke chapter 10, verses 38 to 42, Jesus visits the home of Mary and Martha. Martha is running around, preparing everything, and Mary, she just sitting at Jesus's feet and listening. Martha gets upset, and maybe you would too. But Jesus gently says, Martha, Martha, you are worried and upset about many things, but only one thing is necessary. Mary has chosen what is better. That moment says everything. Jesus didn't scold Mary for not performing. He praised her for being present. It's a reminder that your presence matters more than your performance. You don't have to hustle for God's approval. You already have His heart. Number two, mercy over image. Let's talk about appearances for a second. I once knew a guy who volunteered at every church event, always smiling, always polished. But he later told me off the camera that he hadn't prayed in months and felt empty inside. He felt like he had to look holy even when he was struggling. Ever been there? Trying to look the part while quietly falling apart. Jesus saw that too in the people around him. In Luke chapter 18, verses 9 to 14, Jesus tells the parable of the two men who went to pray. One was a Pharisee, full of pride, who said, "Thank you, God, that I'm not like those sinners." The other one, a tax collector, hated, broken, ashamed, and all he could say was, "God, have mercy on me, a sinner." And Jesus says that man, the one who was honest, went home justified. Mercy beats image every single time. Jesus didn't come for the shiny and spotless. He came for the messy and honest. So if you are feeling like you don't measure up, you are in good company. Jesus came not to congratulate the perfect, but to heal the broken. Number three, the heart over the rules. Now, this one might stir the pot a little bit because a lot of people equate Christianity with rules. No swearing, no drinking, go to church every Sunday, dress this way, act that way. But what happens when rules become more important than love? Jesus saw that in his days, and he wasn't quiet about it. In Matthew chapter 23, verses 25 to 28, Jesus says to the religious leaders, "You clean the outside of the cup, but inside you're full of greed and self indulgence." And again, you are like whitewashed tombs, beautiful on the outside, but full of bones and decay on the inside. Ouch. That's not gentle Jesus, meek and mild. That's Jesus flipping the tables and calling out hypocrisy. He didn't hate the law, he fulfilled it. But he made it clear the heart matters more than the rule book. Because a rule followed without love is just noise. But love that transforms the heart, that's the gospel. Maybe today you've been performing more than resting. Maybe you've been more worried about your image than your honesty. Maybe your faith has been more about rules than relationship. If so, Jesus has an invitation for you. Come close, be present, be real. Because what Jesus cared about most was people, was mercy, was your heart. If this video resonated with you, drop a heart in the comments. Let's start a conversation about what really matters in our walk with Jesus. And if you know someone who's been hurt by performance driven religion, send this to them. Let's bring them back to the Jesus who never asked for perfect, just honest hearts.